guys, I'm CinnamonToastKen, and we're here back with more sugar happy Danganronpa. In the last episode, man, the last episode kind of broke my heart. Freaking, she's not taking a nap over here. Sakura is straight up dead, and we just started our investigation to figure out what happened to her. And she was like my fave because I was like, there's no way that anyone can kill her. She's gonna live forever, but she's dead. And so far, my theory is that she's been poisoned because there's a candy wrapper on the ground we found. We found some poison in this other place, and we've been talking about it a little bit, and we found out that Sakura was working for the mastermind behind everything, and she was spying on us, but then she had enough and she turned against it, but everyone was still like, oh, you're a spy. And so, I think either Byakuya or Aoi is going to be held responsible for this. When you come in and saw the picture of Sakura, she had like a smile on her face, like kind of like she accepted her death. And so I think just before I've seen anything that possibly Aoi here, Aoi, I don't know how you say her name, is the one that poisoned her with Sakura's consent so that she could escape because she had just like kind of given up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, or it could just be an elaborate Byakuya craziness. And so anyway, we just started investigating, and we found a piece of paper on the floor, and there was some glass over here. There's shards of glass scattered all across the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass all red, and there are the top, bottom sections of a bottle, right? Those are the same bottles. Oh yeah, it must have been originally about a bottle. There. That's the ones that were in the chemical room, right? No, there's something else on the ground near the glass. What the heck is that? It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. Is it a knight? It's a Monokuma figure. Is it from a chess game? Where's a chess? There's a chess game in here somewhere, right? Oh, there was. I thought. Was not there? Oh, there's the balls right here. That's probably the one that broke. There are 4 red balls lined up on the shelf. Oh, the little Monokumas are inside of it. And each night there's some Monokuma figure. I wonder how these figures got inside these bottles. That's a good question. How did they get inside those bottles? It's no different from your standard ship in the bottle. Huh? Oh, she's gonna explain to me how I got in the bottle. You know, there are bottle openings small in the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words,
this is the Monokuma version of a Monokuma bottle, if you will. The Monokuma bottle has been added. It doesn't look like they pieced the model together. It looks like just a thing. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. What? The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figurine they found on the ground. Yeah, it's one of these bottles that broke. Yeah. She must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle. Shards of glass Monokuma figure evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. I guess so. This looks all beat up. Like someone was locked in here. The locker's open, and there on the inside is a handprint. It's like a freaking face print too.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint and all the dust. It looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in a locker and I left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here and locked until the locked room was open, don't you think? No, I don't think at all. During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
It's not possible, because that's stupid. My guy's an idiot.
Hey.
Think back before we opened the door. We looked inside the room, right? It was already open. Yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So maybe Sakura locked old girl in the locker while she was poisoning her. I don't know. So there's no way hidden until after the door opened the door. So yeah, so then, what does the handprint mean? Someone's trying to get out, I think. That's just my 2 cents. Someone's trying to get up out of here. Is this a clue? Let's see, what do we have to look at? Something, oh, is that blood back there? There's a blood stain from the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. It was so far away from where she died. It's true. Maybe she was poisoned and she threw up some blood over there and then like wandered over here and flopped down the ground. else? What else? What else? Magazines? Does that have anything to do with anything? Same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Well, fantastic. Clock with nothing on it. All right, tell me your story. We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Miyake Toko. Oh, that's the same thing she said last time. Because everyone turned against her when they figured out that she was a spy. So they're all like, oh my God, you're so bad and stuff. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. Oh, this is new, so she wanted everyone to come meet her. After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said that she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And that's what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this would never have happened. You couldn't stop her by force, please. You see those muscles? It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. They always account. Okay, so she talked to everyone before she died. The fact she asked those three to meet with her. She asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time the place she ended up dying. I'm going to confirm that I just heard the other three of them directly, of course. Hey, dude. Something broke on the ground there. What do you want? What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. How's that interesting? It's not that interesting. Anyway, whatever. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Soraka today at all. Soraka. Not playing League of Legends. But Akuya say he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but accept this fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay, so he did not go see her, and that's where I think we broke through the window, right? No, but what was that? Some kind of plastic container rolling near the entrance of the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein, and she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take it to heart if I were you. I know, but still, this protein can, it's got a label on it, Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of stuff of health. She must have gotten this from the Chem lab.
Just a second.
Someone poisoned her protein. That's strange. Oh, what is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can. Glass is under the can? It shouldn't be under the can. Shards of light blue glass. I must see parts of the windows I broke to get inside, but they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Ha-ha! I'm the best detective. What does that mean? I can't say for sure. I'm probably gonna have to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue. I'm not sure I see how. I'm not really too sure I see how currently, but what else is broken in here? I mean, one of those broke, but it's red and it's over here. What is light blue glass? Maybe it was... Maybe she like had some poison and poured it into her protein shake and then... I don't know. Maybe that's a little silly. That's the door. Can we leave? This door's the only way out of the rec room. The door doesn't have any lock. There's no evidence the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, and I broke to get inside. There's no evidence of any kind of string mechanism that was used in the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. I was talking about how maybe someone killed her and gotten out, but there's no way to get out except through that door. She was in here alone, I think. I think that's pretty obvious. I think, anyway. There's the chair that was in the way right here. Right, the chair was shoved against the doorknob. We couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any string or mechanism used on the chair. There's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. I think the same both the door and the chair. There's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door. Yeah, I think she did it. So why, girl? slumped over in this chair. It's obvious evidence to blow the head. Yeah, no way have problems believing. So killed her according to my Kuma file. She also vomited blood, which is what I think is over there in the corner. I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So it'll cause her vomit blood. Because she mo-effing got poisoned. Maybe getting hit on the head. Someone caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? Yeah, because she drank poison. Okay, it does make me wonder. Reasons Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Okay. Let me examine the scene as much as possible. So I'm missing something. Maybe I have to talk to you.
However,
For Sakura being killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
She certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. But how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? Did someone get the upper hand on her? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Listen.
Have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part.
then.
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy lately since we had our issue. She's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Right. Alright, let's get out of here. That's all we can see in this room because... I mean... I think she knew exactly what was going on. The other 2 probably went back to their rooms. So who were the other 2 actually? I kind of forget. I think the map shows me, right? Right? Map. Yeah, you show me. Toko and... Oh yeah, we're like the only people left alive, I forgot. Alright, Toko, I'm coming to you, girl. I hope you're all freaking psycho and ready. Where is she? There she is. Toko! Genocide Jack. Ding dong. After a few seconds... Normal Toko.
Who's there?
Oh, she's talking, never mind, sorry. The most negative aura I've ever felt. The aura of total decay. What kind of aura is that?
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time? ...
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? Yeah, about your voice acting you suddenly have. I want to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. Is this good enough? And I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. You know, I wonder if they all did go see her and she told her what the plan was and somehow talked them into not telling me what's going on. Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of a stretch, but you never know. This guy's neat though, so maybe he'll tell me. I pressed the doorbell. After a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about Sakura wanting to meet with you. How the hell did you know about that? See, everybody's freaking out when I ask him like I'm not supposed to know. That makes me super suspicious.
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. She happened to be mentioning the others like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
Got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
That's the last time I saw Ogre when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? No, do I still have it? Let's see. Here it was filling in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. The big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Quick as the wind, he snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry to spit trash we got to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Because it's the freaking same thing that was in the murder scene. Man, he just freaking, he blew it. I mean, I was like a little suspicious, like figuring it out for myself, but now it's like super obvious. What's next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene, but on top of that, maybe I should go to the find out about the protein can we found in the floor rec room. I'm sure it must have something to do with the chem lab. So where should I start? The goddamn chem lab is where we should start, or go to next. All right, here in the chem lab. Oh, you're already here. Oh, you're fast. Oh, I guess I went to see other people first. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant was, yes, sir, I understand. ... I just stare at his face. What's all this crap on the ground? It's the first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Whoa, that's what she said. Probably should take a closer look at it. So what was it? A2? Was it? Or C2? It had a letter and stuff on it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Yeah, looks like some paws and some footprints. Wonder what size shoes these are. These footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. These footprints relate to the scene as a whole. We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer? With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. I don't want to draw on the poison. Okay. Got to work before long. I'd drawn a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. Yeah, amazing. I'm an architect. For me. So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. We could just look at the ground and saw that, you jerk. You have to write it down.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly possible.
Kodo, are they yours? No?
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I'll quietly do what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, but with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are a really valuable clue. Yeah. What did... I gotta look at my truth bullets real quick and see what the freaking can said. So... okay, A2, okay. So... I mean, Sakura, she's a pretty big girl, but maybe her feet aren't as big as mine. They went over to A2 to get what... okay, let me think. I'm gonna try to piece it together. I don't think I think the protein was probably not really involved. The poison over here was already on the ground. The broken bottle in front of the shelf is where all the powder came from. Looks like this bottle label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And the powder must have been
So, in
spilled.
other words-
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. Yeah, really what happened was related to the case somehow. Source of powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. What's this middle part? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. Yellow powder scattered on the floor itself. Also remaining a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem 4. Like some footprints powdered on it. Based on the position of the footprints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf to get the protein thing, or the canister. According back to the power should have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Huh. The shelf is, it looks like nothing but dangerous chemicals. Looks like the poison and powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and the number, so I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section 3. Yeah, which is the same thing. And this over here is A, which matches up the other one. It's on the other shelf. All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink you found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on the shelf labeled with the letter A and the number, so I guess I consider this part of the shelf to be section A. But wait! There's one bottle here labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? So there's poison on this side. Okay. What about B? Is B important at all? This shelf is chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Simply they're used experience to bring about chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
Fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. Oh, the kind of labeled letter B, so I guess I consider this part of the shelf section B. Don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In that case, I don't have to worry too much about this shelf. Should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. We know that already. Lethal chemicals. She must get the protein from A, but there's a poison on A. There's a bottle from section C. Man, they are really going out of their way to really point this out. There's definitely something going on here. I added the truth bullet section of my handbook. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Maybe there's magically more evidence. Like sometimes they just is. All right, so back in the rec room.
Hey.
Oh, she's gonna lead the way. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and Toko and Hiro. I told Kyoko and Toko what Toko and Hiro had told me. Jesus Christ, I can't read. So along with Bayakuma, they both claiming they didn't go see her. Well, that's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
They're all lying. Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's buying the shelf of magazines and the Monokuma bottles. There are 3 things that have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Actually, the chemical bottle is the same color, right? There's shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Right on top of that, the bottom section. Maybe the... There's been a bottle on top of that. There's the glass, there's the figurine. Maybe not that big of a deal. Let's check out the piece of paper again. I gave that to Sakura. She got super upset when she found just how Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little bit. What is that? That's new, isn't it? No, that's the blood. I only assumed like a bloodstream is far away. I thought that was something on the actual thing. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. A magazine is upside down! What is that? Did someone put it back by accident? Something catches your eye. It's important for you to explore it in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Ha! This is... One of the pages near the center of the magazine, the words have been written in bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this? This is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
However,
just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of the others who might come looking. Hey, is that? That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. What the heck? Then she's the killer, right? No, you're the killer. Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. That sells, she's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We just used the corner of the killer. I can see why you'd think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, that makes me that much more suspicious. Dying message has been added to the blood section. Who's got bloody fingers? Do you have bloody fingers? According to Toko, there's still something to be discovered about Sakura's body. Just staring off into space is going to help you figure anything out. Yeah, no, but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. But then how can you? I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. She has stuff on her shoe. Her shoes. You see that yellow powder in her steps? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Powder's clue number 1. Okay.
Hey.
Next, the wound on her head. Look carefully.
True.
Actually, even tell me that. It's an incredibly difficult spot, so let me explain. It appears that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
You say there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that I learned to examine her body in detail. Well then, I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. Well, that's obvious. There's no blood on her hands because I looked at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Okay, so she's got goop on her shoes from the stuff falling. So she was there when it fell originally. And then someone walked in on top of that. Yeah. And then someone wrote in blood. How about your fingers, girl? Let me see your bloody fingers.
I forgive you.
I can see we got a killer cornered. I don't know about that. I just don't know about that. Sakura's body in the shelf of magazines and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do want to look them over one more time. Again? Okay. I think I said new clue of all the Monokuma bottles. Let's see. There is 2 bottles missing. Not just 1.
Hey.
So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, I'm sure you can find it. Yeah. Correlation, Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in that outcome. It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer! I do trust you, to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottles, yeah, there's 2 missing.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment.
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle and try to put the smaller, and try to get the smaller pieces too? Yeah, there's 2 different bottles, right?
That doesn't matter.
I already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so anyway, I need to go get something from the chem labs while I'm gone. Try to gather up all the glasses. The glass. That Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing? Got a scale from the chem lab I'm going to use to compare weights. Compare weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected. Derp. That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles. They are even. Huzzah! It's balance. Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. That makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same. Nothing could really affect the weight. Comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might you expect to see? The normal assumption would be that they'll be balanced out, or the pieces to collect will be lighter. Did my best to gather them. The chance I could have missed some are still there. Okay, let's give it a try. But they're heavier. Dun dun dun. Because the bottles are bigger. How's that possible? The glass is probably thicker, actually.
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between the bottles put it all together. And I believe you arrive at a very persuasive conclusion. It's all on you. Okay, monoclonal bottle experience added to the 2 sections of the handbook. So let me think about it for a second. Let me think about it. There's 2 blows to the head. 2 bottles are missing. But 1 bottle was not a Monokuma bottle, because we also didn't find the queen that would have been in it. So one of those is... Okay. So the reason why... because someone's an idiot. That's exactly why that's why the C bottle is an A, because the C bottle was brought in here, and then they took it back and put it back up, and they put it in the wrong one. They didn't pay attention, and they had already spilled one before. Yeah, that doesn't solve everything, but I'm still pretty sure we're on the right track. ...
You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of...
I'm on my way, buddy. Don't you worry. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked rooms is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the case trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Maybe, well... This is going to be a thing where it's set up to get Aoi out. And I'm going to get her executed. And I should feel terrible. But whatever, there's only freaking 6 of us left. Monokuma made his announcement, everyone began to meet one after the other. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room of murder mystery!
what?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you have 100 friends. That's right, it does make it seem sad.
Can't wait.
Now then, let's get to the elevator. See, you're all down there. Yep. All right, what the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. She sacrificed herself. And we're gonna ruin it all. And that person is here? That person is one of us? My googly moogly. Put an end to this. Made my way to the elevator. With each step I took, I felt I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chill a chilling fear. A chilling rear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. Man, can't read. We climbed into our still prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. Oh yeah, so few of us now. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. Well, we did have like 3 people die in the last trial, or due to the last trial. I fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The door opened once again. Just 6 of you, huh? Really? There's so few. You must be so lonely. You say it like it's not your fault. There all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment. Why does it always say this? A deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yes, I do need to save my data, because last time we did a craptastic job. All right, let's go. Let me take a minute to go back over all my stuff, and then yeah, we'll get into it. Trial time! All rise. Everybody around me's dead.
With a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we don't.
Whoa, deja vu.
Yeah, she always
The
goes
one who
there.
killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. She must have some reason for believing that. Yeah. Let's make an argument. Let's find a hole. Always account. Okay, I don't actually remember exactly everything
It
she
was
said.
one of you.
Uh-huh.
One of you killed Sakura.
Maybe.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's not it, is it?
That's low.
Oh, what?
That's about as low as you can get.
Let's see. I don't think everyone hated her. Actually, no, not everyone did hate her.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
No, it's not that.
Shoot!
See, I hate when it gets to this point because I'm not too sure which one it wants me to
It
use.
was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Not all everybody
Is
hated
that
her.
it? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't, but
That's
it's
the
not
only
the.
reason you have her accusing us?
No. God dang it.
That's low.
That's about
Shut
as
up.
low as you can get. It was one of you killed.
It's more difficult than you think it is. The controls are
Because
weird.
You hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
There, finally, I got
No,
it.
that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. And does that mean one of them did it? Okay, let's find some more holes. I'm just gonna start letting it go all the way through so I can see the whole thing. Because it's been getting really
The
weird
fact
lately.
that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, tell me you didn't, guy.
Same here. I never saw her.
Well, that doesn't actually prove it just because it got
Come
candy.
on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Pocket trash? I mean, pocket trash is gonna
Sakura,
prove that
there's
he
no
went
way
to
that
see
one
her?
of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't either.
It's pretty weak.
Same here. I never.
No, that's wrong.
Is it? Because you have candy wrapped in your pocket? Maybe you got it from somewhere else earlier. We'll see.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Maybe she's not in on it because she's pretty airheaded to be pulling it off this well.
So there's no way a single one of them was left
I'm trying
in
to
the
blame it on
warehouse.
someone else.
In that case, Hiro, Where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Well, here, so it can't be right because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is because when Sakura got that candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
What a sudden hostility.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
Oh man, the
I'm
group's
talking about her
imploding.
shining message.
What a oh, he probably, okay.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How would you know that? Unless you put it in there, and then you're a big derp, so you put it back in upside
It
down.
was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on.
Genius.
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body.
You weren't there. You're a terrible
But
liar.
if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Oh, hold on. When Kyoko found the message, it was... when Kyoko found the message with the dying, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Nope.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Yeah. And her dying message, I guess she's like, oh, I'm dying. Let me just put it back on the rack here.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Well, tell me then.
Ogre's body was discovered.
Nah.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
All right, which one? I guess I gotta copy one of them. Something about when we first found the body, but at the time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the when Ogre's body was discovered.
Maybe? No?
Shoot!
See, it's like, so
I
weird.
can tell you exactly
At this
when
point
I
of the
found
game.
when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
No, I don't. I wanted to copy hers. God dang it.
Shoot!
Stupid.
I can tell you exactly
blah,
when
blah,
Ogre's
blah, blah,
body
blah,
was
blah, blah, blah.
discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only
After the investigation had begun.
There.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can
try
tell
shooting
you
with this.
exactly when I found the dying message. when Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's not it either. Oh my god.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message, it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
So I go to the very end, maybe, and let it start over.
I can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
That it? Oh, the stupid crap blocked it.
When I found it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
I don't want to shoot it. I want to copy it.
Shoot!
It's like my freaking slow motion runs out and it shoots it for
I
me.
can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after
I found the magazine tucked away
Copy,
on
please.
the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly what I found the dying mess when Ogre's body was discovered.
Oh my shit!
I can tell you when
Are you serious?
It was only after the investigation, I found the magazine tucked away on
Copy
the
it again.
magazine shelf.
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
All right, shoot the stupid ass thing that pops up at the
I
end.
can tell you exactly what I found that when Ogre's body was discovered.
Finally!
No, that's wrong.
Jesus Christ.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Whatever.
That's where Kyoko found it.
like-
After we'd begun the investigation.
It's like they all sort of kind of go together and you're supposed to figure out which thing attacks what other word that it's just sometimes it's just dumb.
And you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no
Well, he
way
actually
you
did show
could
up
have seen
and talk
it
to
then.
us, so.
Tell us the truth, Hero. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
No.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
You've been lying the whole time, so. Without a doubt. I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Alright, let's try to figure out which friggin' yellow words are the moment of truth. Oh, we gotta do the dancing game? Oh, God.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
I'm trying.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
See, you're supposed to like use your freaking slow down time thing there, and it's supposed to make it go away, but it doesn't. So I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand the controls of this game half the time. So we lose, but we can start right back there where we were again.
I refuse to give up yet.
It happens every time.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Come on, get it.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
So what am I supposed to hit to make it do it?
I'm at least 30% right.
Okay, whatever.
Show me the proof.
I guess we won somehow.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
He's just like, okay, fine, I give
I
up.
figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
I don't believe that! You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of others to meet us as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
That doesn't explain anything. That doesn't make any sense.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
They're all like, dang it, we were so close to getting her out of here, and now we're screwed. So what's that Hiro doesn't make sense? Let's see, what would have done writing after the message that doesn't make sense? What? Well, the door being locked is what I would say, but okay. Magazine was hidden?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Or why the glass, or it doesn't explain anything. Like there's a ton of stuff that's not explained yet.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
This trial's pretty weak.
Assuming he's
I mean, maybe
telling
it's gonna have like a
the
cool ending to it,
someone
but right now
else
I'm
must
just
have
like,
put the magazine back on the shelf.
what the heck?
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
Yeah, like freaking everybody.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't have liked that would probably been Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case
They
ends.
wouldn't have killed her anyway because she's freaking
What do you mean?
Hoss boss.
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
Let's go through it 5 more times.
What do you want?
Because that's
me
what
to
we'll do.
Just tell us what happened one more time.
I don't really see why, but okay.
It's in the case just yet. Hiro was the real killer, and I have to prove that. Examination summary, status of Sakura's body. Okay. Yeah, she sat
I didn't
down.
want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
Was the what?
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro
see,
really is the killer.
The status of her body is she got hit twice. That's the status of her body, you know? But then Kyoko was the one that told me about it, so it could be her examination summary.
I grabbed a
Ah, whatever, we'll just use the
and I hit
summary.
Ogre from behind.
Before she could...
You hit her from behind.
And you only hit her.
Yeah, just once.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about.
Yeah, there's 2 missing.
Once you understand that point, think back.
They're
After the
really,
incident,
really
there were
watering
4
this down for me.
Monokuma bottles left
There
on
were
the
4 on the shelf!
And we found pieces
right?
of a bottle on the ground.
And then the
along with
bottles
the chest
didn't
piece.
weigh.
That was
Okay.
the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with,
So
right?
they hit him with 2 then instead. It wasn't just because of
For
chemical
now,
bottle.
just note that but originally, there were.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Okay, well that makes sense
That's
too.
easy.
Because
If
the
you
glass
look at
weighs
what the
more.
bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Starting to become clear. The connection must be the object Monokuma figure inside bottle is holding. Yeah? Hangman's Gambit. What is it? Chess. Where's my S at? Come on, S. You can do it. Chess. P. P. E.
Now I understand.
Oh my god! Man, this trial sucks. This trial is
That's it.
weak.
The chess pieces. Inside
Yeah.
each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Maybe this because there's actually 2 big ass open spots,
King,
but whatever.
Rook, Bishop, Pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
Why do you have to explain chess?
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king. What was
Alright,
left
yeah, we got it, we understand.
On the ground.
There's a knight on the ground,
So
the
we
queen's
only have
missing.
evidence for 5.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, Shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
When the bottle was missing, the bottle that was missing is intact? No?
Shoot!
Because we didn't have the queen, that's why I was like, maybe they're gonna throw a curveball, but no,
I got it!
it's broken.
The bottle...
What makes you...
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
Broken glass!
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Or they could have been two different bottles, but you know. That's what I went with first. But I guess 2 bottles have been broken, never mind. We figured it out before. Oh yeah, we weighed the bottles and one was fat.
I got it!
I got it!
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken
Yeah, we compared the weight. Got it.
and what we found.
Sorry if I'm going a little fast and you're like trying to get into this one, but this one's kind of like
So
Just-
from this, we can
it's
surmise
hurting my
that
brain
2 bottles
just
were actually
how
broken
much
at the
hand-holding
scene
they're
of the
doing.
crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Maybe it was Toko. Maybe she was hiding inside the shelf watching the whole time. And then she came out and was like, "Hiya!" No doubt the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in the case. Must have been used by the second attacker.
Got it!
But that still
bottle
didn't kill
was
her. The
removed
poison
from the
did.
scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
But it still wouldn't kill her.
Killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there,
Sakura's
we
probably
can
already
conclude
freaking dead
that it
at that
wasn't
point.
Hiro who
She like
delivered
sat
that
down and
second
was
blow.
dead and they're like, "Ha!"
Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up!
I don't think either one of you killed her.
You were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
She probably just killed herself.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so but when I got inside, Ogre was all alone.
That's a
Toko had
pretty key
disappeared.
piece of evidence, sir.
And
Okay,
you
so
just
she's in the
now
locker room.
Decided to share that with us?
Yeah, what
In
an
the
idiot.
shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear.
Wow.
But maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Here's some key evidence that we didn't give you in your investigation, but now we're just gonna bring it up so we can handhold you through this case. Okay.
Hiding in the rec room?
Don't be ridiculous.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows she's hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left there for someone to find. New elements added to the bullet. What? Another? Okay. You press the Y button during your final strike without a second thought. From now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet used during the coup de grace. You'll select it the same way. The bait, if you like, well, we're not on kind, so we don't have to worry about that. We're on normal. Halfway through the game. By the way, you're halfway through the game. Now go you. We're only halfway? We should be over that. Good luck, have fun. All right. The moment of truth. We gotta play this stupid dance game again. I hate this game.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie!
Final strike.
That's enough!
This should prove it.
This should prove it. Left handprints in the door. And how's that prove it was her?
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to
Well, we do
your
take a
hand,
picture of it?
shall we?
How can we? Okay.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
No.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
Nope.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko.
Please hurry up and give us the
you
details.
And Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Yes, thank you, Byakuya, for getting this on the road.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on.
Head
so
on.
I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
Because that's important.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
Maybe she's just snoring.
When I turned around,
Maybe she's just asleep. Maybe she's not even dead. Ooh.
there was Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean?
Guess who's back?
I forgot. Genocide
It
Jill.
was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
The face.
splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
It's that face, though. She's so freaking serious.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
It'll take me by surprise. It's like, hey, are you okay? I'm sorry.
I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I
Dang.
just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
I really doubt it.
Come on, that's, but anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that, and he is gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
You're really eager, as always, but
No, not quite yet.
it's still not over.
Not yet? Why not
Because we still have, like, tons of evidence we haven't even talked about yet.
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
The one who killed Soraka is... This has got to be the,
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
in the shelf. Which shelf?
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there. I remember waking up.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw... So you smashed her head in...
You got
Did she take her into the other room?
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Front of the shelf? Okay, that's not it.
Shoot.
Okay. Which one breaks the shelf?
I was just sleeping
Yellow
peacefully.
well, that always use yellow powder, right?
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right...
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Okay, I got it. Whatever, I guess that's it, sure. But she went in front of the shelf when she died,
Sakura
right?
Sitting upright in a chair.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
If the blow
That
by
was
the
a stretch,
shelf was
though.
the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Or who locked the goddamn door? We still haven't even talked about who pushed the freaking chair in front of the door, which is like she was in there by herself the whole time, but whatever. We'll just go all around the whole world to figure that out.
You finally noticed.
I finally noticed a lot of things that nobody seems to care about.
Just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That would be it. The evidence that proves she's attacked from the magazine shelf. Oh, what? That wouldn't... I mean... The blood?
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Thank you for finally pointing that out.
part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
Man, you guys are giving me a headache with
While
your
everything was all
stupidity.
confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Because the locker was open. I was in the locker.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
Oh, you're lying.
No,
Oh, God.
she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Yeah, but we have to keep debunking really dumb accusations over and over again.
Genocide Jill didn't do it. That means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? And all the evidence so far really doesn't actually get anyone off the hook. It's just like circumstantial crap. Like, okay, yeah, I wrote somebody's name in there. I hit her with a bottle, but you know, she still died somewhere else from something else that we don't know yet. So they still could have used whatever it was, like poison, to kill her. Oh man, there's another possible explanation. Maybe it's
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
What about the yellow powder? No! The yellow powder! Are you serious? Okay, fine.
What was
Not
it
the yellow
that killed
powder.
Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Oh wait, was it the actual,
then what
was it the Monokuma file?
There's no other what killed
Let's go all the way through
Sakura.
it, see what the last one says.
So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Alright, let's try it again.
what was it? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
There we go, okay.
No, that's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yeah,
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
maybe we should have talked about that to begin with. But no, I just find all this evidence and just don't think of anything about it until someone brings it up.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
I mean, the game's still good. Everything's been great. It's just this one trial has been kind of weak, and I'm really disappointed because Sakura was one of my favorite characters. And it's like, oh, she's dead, but we're being super lame about it.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Finally! All right, got to this part.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Oh, please, explain it in the longest way possible, and then explain it in other words to me.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Showed, I'm sure I know where he got it. The same shelf as supplements. The pot was on the same shelf as the supplements in Section A. I got it!
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Yes, tell me. Couldn't believe my eyes. Where'd you get?
Master!
He's drinking the poison. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. He's kicking it back. We're so shocked we were seeing. All I could do is stand there and watch. Wouldn't it be great if he was killed over? Most natural thing in the world. I'm as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water. You can't just swallow powder. It'll stick to your throat.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison!
It's protein, I'm sure.
Spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Wouldn't it be just hilarious if the bottle like wasn't cleaned out super good and it still had poison in it? He'd like drank it and he's like, oh god. Bleh.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
A bottle of biogas scrapped out, a bit of contents, one finger, touch finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Dun dun dun. Bottle of poison actually filled with protein powder, which made first the poison must have been. Could it be in the protein bottle? Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ! I gotta spell out protein bottle. No. What's that? Well, this is R. Protein. Protein. Wait. There it is. I was gonna say, god dang, am I wrong? Is it not an E? Can I not spell? Alright. Come on. Can I like freaking get an N? Protein. What is this word? Drank. Drink, that's it. Protein drank. And I got it!
Now I understand.
Holy crap! Who would have thought?
Poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Or they just poured it into the sink. Who knows?
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Maybe they just threw it in the, the trash.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something else in the scene. Protein drink? Is that
I got it!
that we're talking? A protein drink, right?
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Holy balls! Yes!
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Evidence shows Switch has to be. We found on the shelf was some goddamn footy prints. Where they at? There.
I got it!
I got it!
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Maybe.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
We even drew it.
The footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Yeah, we know. We mother effing know! We knew from the freaking beginning they're your footprints.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Dun dun dun. That's not exactly when you killed her. She had to drink it herself, right?
There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Oh, are you serious? Who wears sneakers? Kodo and Leon. I guess Leon wore sneakers? Or wait, Hina? Who was Hina? I don't even remember. She's Hina. No. I don't know. Leon?
Shoot!
Just embarrassing. I don't even remember who's who now. Who the heck is Hina? Who is Hina? I don't remember who freak Hina is. I can't remember. Anyway. Well, this is the only one we got left.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. So Byakuya. That explains why you...
Her name is Hina? I thought her... Oh, I guess that's her last name. I thought her was like Aoi. That's how I know her, but anyway. Whatever. Sorry, my bad. I'm an idiot.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other
She's
possibility.
Donut Girl to me. Double donuts.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme. ...
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura?
But
And
did
if
she?
You did, why?
Or did
Why
Sakura
would you
kill
do
herself?
that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
Okay.
She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it!
Are you serious? Why are you stopping this? I mean, you can let her finish her explanation and then we can hold it and go back over stuff. Okay.
I'm not convinced.
I know you're not convinced. I'm not either, but let her at least finish.
You're
Whatever.
not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship.
Shut up. What? Everybody just stop talking. My God.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save
Sakura
herself.
still accepted it and locked herself in the room. That's why she was alone.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
How many times does everyone plan to
Don't
repeat themselves?
misunderstand me.
Getting
I'm not
pissed.
saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Oh, it's like the.
Hina,
Jesus
if
Christ.
you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Maybe poison takes a minute to work, and then Sakura was like, "Oh damn, you poisoned me." Good play. You should go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna lock myself in this room so, you know, I can die. I don't know, that's stupid.
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
We understand. We don't think she did it. Let's stop.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect
And then
you.
the fact that the stuff is on her shoe to begin with.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a
Sakura's behind it all!
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
Tell us everything again.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. There's nobody else.
Would you shut
Go ahead,
you
Hina.
goddamn paw?
Start from the moment.
Right away, I went to section.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So are they trying to like do something fancy to where like the killer is already dead so no one can graduate? Okay, I don't really understand
So then
the
I
reasoning.
moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that,
You're wrong! I killed Sakura. Everyone killed her.
I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it. ...
That story you just told. First you went to section C to get the poison.
But your footprints
Then
aren't
moved to
there.
section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, then this drawing I have is wrong!
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Till we figure it out. Till I cover the full truth of this case. Jesus Christ.
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the...
Yeah.
Okay, and then
I moved from section C
to section A.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah! We fucking know it's wrong. We could have said that like 10 minutes ago.
You said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled
My
and after
sweet titty.
But the
tap
footprints
dancing.
at the scene were not moving from that contradicts what you just...
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Tell me again what she just said. Doing the flashback. Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, game.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Oh my God.
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints...
I killed her. No, I didn't. I killed her. No, I didn't. Wait, I killed her. Well, no, I didn't either. Well, then who killed her? We don't know.
Powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section
Jesus
A.
Christ.
So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Yeah.
Well, you see...
What the?
Oh God, I'm wrong.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, sweet Jesus, I'm
And the
freaking out.
footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Sakura's almost got some yellow juice on her foot.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence that we haven't even discovered yet.
Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
Yes,
I
please.
found this.
Huh? A piece of glass. Hey! Something.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Good thing you didn't swallow a piece of glass and die.
I couldn't have solved the mystery
That would have been
without
cool. That would
you.
have been way cooler
So,
than this whole
thank you
trial.
for that.
It kills over. Who killed him? Sakura.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Oh, Jesus.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of blue glass Kyoko found a bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same time she said blue, the rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was
Yeah,
light
somebody put that on
blue,
top of that. That
just
was the
like
weird
that.
thing.
So I think that must be it.
It's like, I don't know. How did this happen?
You're right.
So this is actually an interesting part. Okay.
Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Byakuya did it. Byakuya. Bottle of poison would have been when I broke the rec room window. Where was it? The bottle of poison would have been. It would have been in the room. The rec room locker?
shoot!
What?
What's strange is that
Where was the bottle of poison? Where was the bottle of poison? Should have been. Oh, the bottle of poison should have been on shelf A, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
the bottle of poison was left on
I
the
thought it was
shelf
like
in the
how'd
That is
the
what you
glass
said,
get in there?
right,
It
Hina?
had to be in the locker room. Then I guess I was wrong.
And
Sorry.
yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
Because she wouldn't let anyone go into the crime scene.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
And then Sakura or Aoi wouldn't let anybody come in, and then she left. Eventually, right?
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
Yeah, but she did it
That
herself.
can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Well, before we end this case, let me just ask some
It
questions.
has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Why? Could you just calm your tits, man? It's not that big of a deal. Someone put it in there after we went in the room. Protein can in the rec room after it was open. Oh man, now we have to contradict someone. I don't think either of these are going to actually matter.
When
They
it
don't
comes
seem
to
like
that
it.
protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
He's getting nervous.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Rec room was unlocked. The locked room was unlocked. In other words, when I broke the window. If I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted it there after...
No. No, that's it.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
It's the same thing. They both have the same thing.
When it comes to that there's not a doubt in my until the locked room was unlocked.
It wasn't locked. The locked room was.
Shoot!
Yes, it was.
When it
Contradiction.
comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we...
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Shoot!
Okay, what do you want me to use here?
When it comes to
Source
that
the powder?
protein can, there's not a doubt
Protein
in my
drink?
mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not
I have no
in
idea.
there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I really don't know what they want me to do here.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
The locked room was unlocked. In other words, when I broke the window. If I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in
Shelf?
my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not.
I
in
don't know. I'm just.
So
Fuck it.
you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
That?
No, that's wrong.
It was empty, so. What? Explain that to me. What the
Remember
fuck?
how there was
Okay.
broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about...
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
So because it was empty.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
The fuck does that have to do with it being empty?
I see. So that's your explanation.
Did I just not read it right?
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison...
That's all true, then I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison.
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Sweet. Titty licking. Jesus. This case is gonna be the death of me. Holy crap. Just end it. It's like one of the very first things I said. She could probably kill herself. But one other thing before we need to clarify that.
Establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison in the clam out of the rec room had to been
I got it!
Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
It's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. We're gonna play the dance game again? The moment of truth. Let's dance. I have like one heart left, so.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar!
Final strike!
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Did you know that I could have said that at the beginning of all that instead of playing that stupid little rhythm game? We played that game 3 times this freaking trial.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Yeah.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Maybe, I don't know. We need to clarify something
So the powder
first.
we found on Sakura. What else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
I think Kyoko's gonna be like, I did it, I killed her.
Why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Oh, maybe to freaking kill herself!
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
God, me, stop ruining everything. The one that killed Sakura, the connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room, the only one way to explain it. Select someone! Oh, sweet baby Jesus! Oh! Where the heck is she? There she is.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Maybe it was because the freaking door was locked and she was the only one that could have been in there the whole time, so maybe she did it, but we never expected that to begin with. Oh, God.
What?
Why, you're dumb too. You're all idiots.
Killer was
Sweet
Sakura?
God.
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yes!
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Oh,
I can't
God.
believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it, but when you really think about it,
Yeah, if you
everything matches
actually
up.
fucking think about it.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
No, but we did. You're all dumb. Oh, man. No, Byakuya did it in secret. Monokuma forced her into the locker room. Just like there's only one even close answer.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
But I thought hitting her with a glass body would kill the super martial art ultra master
And the
person.
empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until
Second,
we
almost
came and opened it.
the second strongest person in the whole world. I hit her with a bottle. I killed her.
At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Well, just tell me how great you are at noticing things, okay? Just pat yourself on the god dang back. You noticed some stuff. Good for you.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But
you only
your
came back with
real
one
intention
person.
was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Oh,
Once you were at the
yeah.
chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein
Do I have
powder
to
was
do the
kept.
comic book thing
There,
that tells exactly
you
what
took
happened
the
too?
powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together.
Yeah, you got us all together. I got everyone. Whoa, ogre. Oh, she's dead, huh? She's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, honestly, I should have noticed.
Oh, dang.
You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death.
But what would have happened to us?
That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
We're ruining everything. She's gonna revive her friend and everything.
Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Closing climax crap. God dang it.
Here's exactly what happened.
All right.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Oh my god, they're gonna tell me the whole thing. Oh god.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Nope. That's the wrong one? What was this one? It hid somewhere. So... is there another one where she hid? It's not that one? What the heck is it? It hid somewhere, so it's not inside the locker room where she's hiding. Maybe it's backwards. Maybe this is where she come out. Let me switch these. Just stupid.
Here's exactly what happened. But one of the she got there.
Okay, that's it. Whatever. They both look like she's leaving. I don't know.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Dun 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 dun.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Sakura probably knew she was in there.
Next to arrive was Hiro.
Want some candy?
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name,
Yes. Then he ran out.
but of course Toko...
And she saw the whole thing. She's like, oh my god, how dare you put my name in there? I'm gonna hide this upside down inside the goddamn magazine thing. And then Sakura's like, ow, my head. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? You came, I'm glad. Oh god, you passed out. Are you okay? Oh god!
This
Jack!
When she woke back up...
You're awake! She freaked out and then grabbed a bottle and smack!
And just like Hiro, she grabbed it. This, assuming...
Yeah, and then she cleaned it up. She put it all in there. She ran away. Vroom. And then in Act 5, she's like, oh, my head, it really hurts. Oh, well, time to take some medicine. Oh, delicious poison. The light's so bright. Glug, glug, glug.
There.
And then we found her. We're like, oh, god dang. She's dead, and she's been punched in the head a lot. I'm inside. Yep, she's dead for sure. And then the killer was like, or not the killer, but oh god, there's some poison on the floor. Let me take that and run away. And then, oh, I'm back, and I have this. Let me put that down there. And yeah, that's good.
Specific in an attempt, and the one who went.
Oh. Case solved. So epic. Oh. Oh man.
That's the full truth of the case.
Yeah, we know.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact.
Nobody's asking why
right?
yet.
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to, how were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Okay. So, are we going to talk about... I guess she's going to talk about why she did it now, you know, for a while? I don't know. But I got some coins, I do know that.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? Time to vote! Who killed Sakura? Holy crap! It was Sakura! She's guilty! Shame on her! So guilty. Okay, now what?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth. I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? Yes, that's what I've been asking the whole time. That's all I want to know. If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. Oh, she just wanted to kill everybody. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into that corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins, because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still understand? Let me explain. God dang it! Stop re-explaining everything. You realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this! Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found on the ground in front of the rec room. That's Sakura's suicide note. A suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me. My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Yeah, friends. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to us all. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, it's just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there calling it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Hina.
Hina, you came. Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Huh?
I
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, I got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura, so I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. Ugh. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. That's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. Wait, she died hating all of us? I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey,
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but we're going to end this episode right freaking here. So thank you very much for watching. Oh, it got sad at the end finally. Oh, but now I'm ruining it. Thank you very much for watching. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Mwah. Mwah. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay toasty, my friends.